Well, it's just a fantastic event, and it's such a good opportunity to celebrate the so many incredible women there are, both in London and people that have come from abroad. We don't do it enough, so it's just a really great thing to be part of.
These people are here today, and all of them are women, brave women who are either taking leadership roles, who are on the front lines. There's artists, there's activists, there are people in many walks of life, and it's a great gathering. And it's not just a great conversation, it's a conversation that matters.
How brilliant that we're all so diverse, but collectively we're working together to make, a more knowledgeable world, and women are at the forefront of that.
The great thing that we do at Women in the World is create this great energy and discussion and news around these kind of women and their stories. It's hard for these women to get news media. It's hard for women such as the refugees from Iraq or the brave young journalist who stayed in Aleppo in Syria to get their stories told in a long form, more of a discussion, more airtime, more sense of everybody's focus than they do here. So for us, what we do is we illuminate these stories, we illuminate their narratives, we illuminate the issues through their stories.
We will not stop. I will not stop. I will keep telling these stories. I will let the whole world just to hear us. We will not die. We will keep fighting, and we will live.
The situation in Syria wouldn't have gotten this bad if there wasn't a standoff between different countries having different agendas and interests inside Syria. That standoff led to a standstill in policy when it comes to dealing with the crisis. And that's what got us here today.
Do you think he would be proud to see what you're doing now?
I think he would have been shocked with me. He thought I was brave, but not that brave.
In the Ukraine, Putin tried he always said he has nothing to do with the Ukraine. It's the separatists. If it needed a proof that he is directing that conflict in the Ukraine, look at the last 2 weeks where he kind of switched off the conflict in the Ukraine because he was concentrating on Syria now.
We had trouble persuading men to be in it.
Yes. Did you really?
Well, according to Alison, the agents kept ringing back and saying the male parts just aren't big enough.
Yeah. We're making incursions in business. We're coming up from the bottom. It's just that upper echelon we haven't broken through. And women's issues are men's problems.
It was impossible to sit through this and not cry. It's impossible to sit through and not be profoundly moved, to have the head and the heart deeply engaged.
I think it has changed a lot. They are now doing jobs that when we were fighting for our rights, they never were allowed to do.
We are here today to let everybody know women can do everything.